After 60, add this one ingredient to beet juice and double the blood flow effect. If you're over 60 and drinking beet juice for your circulation, there's a good chance it's not working as well as you think. It's not that beet juice isn't powerful, it truly is. But after age 65, 3 silent biological changes happen that can cut beet juice's circulatory benefits almost in half. And you likely won't hear about them during a routine doctor's visit. Do you experience cold feet that never warm up? Legs that feel heavy by mid-afternoon? Hands that go numb just holding a steering wheel for 20 minutes? If this sounds like your daily reality, it's not just a sign of aging. It can actually be a correctable nutrient gap. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. We're counting down the 6 most powerful things you can add to your beet juice to restore the blood flow your body has been losing. Some of these can nearly double, and one can almost triple, the circulatory effect compared to beet juice alone. The ingredient at number 1 has research that completely changed how I view vascular health for adults over 60. It doesn't just boost beet juice's effect. It actually repairs the underlying damage that's been preventing beet juice from working effectively for years. But first, I want to hear from you. Drop your age in the comments and tell me, are you currently drinking beet juice? And if so, are you drinking it plain, or have you been adding anything to it? I read every single comment, and your answers help shape the content I bring you each week. Now, let's get to our countdown, starting with number 6. Ingredient number 6 is fresh lemon juice. Before you scroll past, the scientific reason this belongs here will change how you think about every glass of beet juice you've ever had. Beet juice works by producing nitric oxide. It's a 2-step process. First, bacteria on your tongue convert nitrates into nitrites. Second, your stomach converts those nitrites into active nitric oxide, which signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. Here's the problem. That second step needs an acidic environment. After age 65, stomach acid can decrease by 30% to 40%. Without enough acidity, this conversion process really slows down. A significant amount of the nitrites your body has converted never become nitric oxide. So you're drinking something potent, but your body isn't processing it fully. Fresh lemon juice contains citric acid and vitamin C, both of which help restore the necessary acidity. Research from the University of Southampton found that adding vitamin C to nitrate intake increased nitric oxide byproducts in the blood by 33% in older adults compared to those who didn't add vitamin C. Squeeze 1 whole lemon into your beet juice right before you drink it. Let it sit for about 60 seconds. This contact time allows the citric acid to prepare the environment in your stomach before you consume it. Ingredient number 5 is raw garlic. Just 1 to 2 cloves crushed and blended directly into your juice. What raw garlic does alongside beet juice's nitrates involves a mechanism most heart doctors aren't aware of. Consider someone who, at 71, had leg circulation pain so bad he couldn't walk from the parking lot to church. After 3 years of beet juice gave only minor relief, adding 2 cloves of raw garlic to his daily beet juice blend led to nearly double his walking distance before pain set in within just 5 weeks. His doctor even saw measurable improvement in his circulation. Raw garlic, when crushed, produces a compound called allicin. Allicin directly inhibits an enzyme called ADMA, which acts like a biological brake on nitric oxide production. After age 70, ADMA levels can increase by about 25%. This is a major reason why nitric oxide declines with age, separate from anything else you might be doing. Beet juice provides the raw materials, and garlic releases the brake. Studies found that combining nitrate and allicin intake in adults over 65 led to a 28% greater improvement in arterial flexibility compared to just nitrate intake alone over 12 weeks. To maximize allicin, crush 2 raw cloves and let them sit for 10 minutes. Then, blend them into your juice and drink it on an empty stomach. ADMA levels are highest overnight, so garlic's effect is strongest then. Ingredient number 4 is pure, unsweetened, raw cacao powder. Cacao has the highest known concentration of flavonols, specifically epicatechin. These activate nitric oxide production through a pathway completely separate from how beet juice works. Beet juice delivers the raw materials to your blood vessels, while cacao flavonols upgrade the cells that process those materials. Together, their effects don't just add up, they compound. Research analyzing a large study found that regular consumption of flavanol-rich cacao was associated with a 32% reduction in cardiovascular mortality, most notably in adults over 70. Another study showed a synergistic nitric oxide response that was 58% greater than either compound alone in individuals averaging 71 years old. After age 75, the cells responsible for producing nitric oxide lose about 35% of their activity. Cacao flavanols are among the few dietary compounds that can partially restore this lost function, not just slow the decline. Use 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder blended into your juice. Never use Dutch processed cocoa, as the alkalizing process destroys up to 90% of its flavanols. For an extra boost, add a pinch of black pepper. Piperine, found in black pepper, slows down the breakdown of flavanols in your system, extending their benefits for up to 2 hours. Before we dive into the top 3, let's pause. Lemon, garlic, and cacao all work on the same primary system, increasing nitric oxide, but through different entry points. Ingredients 3, 2, and 1 work on completely different biological systems that beet juice alone can't address. Even if you're doing everything else right, these next additions bring mechanisms your circulation currently lacks. If this information is new to you and you've never heard that beet juice might be running at half capacity without these additions, please hit that like button. This helps other adults over 60 dealing with circulation issues find this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Each week, I bring you research specifically tailored to the biology of adults over 60, not general health advice. Now, for the top 3. Ingredient number 3 is fresh ginger root, grated raw, never powdered. Its main benefit relates to hemorrheology, the science of blood viscosity. After age 75, blood can become about 18% thicker. Red blood cells become stiffer and have a harder time squeezing through tiny capillaries to reach your extremities. Imagine trying to push slightly thickened syrup through a narrow straw. Even a small increase in thickness dramatically reduces flow. Beet juice helps widen the pipes, while ginger helps thin the fluid flowing through them. These are two completely independent mechanisms tackling the same problem. Ginger's active compounds, gingerols and shogols, inhibit the process that causes platelets to clump together and thicken the blood. A study found that adults over 65 who consumed therapeutic amounts of fresh ginger showed a 23% reduction in platelet aggregation within 4 weeks. When combined with beet juice nitrates, researchers described the peripheral circulation improvement as exceeding simple addition, a true biological synergy. Grate 1 to 2 inches of fresh ginger directly into your blend and drink it right before a 10 to 15-minute walk. Movement helps activate gingerols more rapidly, and the combination of exercise-induced circulation and the drink's effects provides compounding benefits that last for hours. Ingredient number 2 is L-arginine powder. This is the direct molecular building block for nitric oxide production inside your blood vessel cells. Think about what we've already built. Lemon improved the conversion environment, garlic removed the break, cacao enhanced the production capacity, and ginger thinned the blood. But even the most upgraded factory can only produce as much as its supply line allows. L-arginine is that raw material. Without it, the whole upgraded system is limited. Consider someone who, at 78, had Raynaud's phenomenon, painful spasms in his fingers triggered by cold. He'd stopped woodworking, his lifelong passion, because he could no longer hold tools reliably in cold weather. His doctor had him on medication with only partial relief. Adding 3 grams of L-arginine to his daily beet juice blend resulted in his first symptom-free week in years within 7 weeks. Within 5 months, his doctor reduced his medication based on his improved condition. Research found that L-arginine supplementation in adults over 65 with peripheral vascular disease led to a 22% improvement in walking distance over 12 weeks, with the best results when taken with dietary nitrates, like from beet juice. After age 70, the enzyme that recycles L-arginine within your cells declines by about 20%. Your body needs more L-arginine to maintain the same nitric oxide output it once produced effortlessly. The supply line has thinned. Take 3 to 5 grams of pure, unflavored L-arginine powder stirred into your blend daily. Its effects are cumulative, building up over 4 to 6 weeks. Avoid taking it within 2 hours of a high-fat meal, as dietary fats can temporarily increase ADMA, the very thing garlic inhibits. Having garlic in your blend can help neutralize this effect. And now, for number 1, the ingredient you've almost certainly been throwing away every morning. Think about fresh beets. What do you do with those leafy green tops? If you're like most people, you toss them. From a vascular health perspective, you might be discarding the most powerful part of the plant. Beet greens contain betaine, also known as trimethylglycine, in concentrations 3 to 4 times higher than the beetroot itself. Betaine doesn't directly widen blood vessels. It works through a different pathway that makes every other ingredient on this list perform even better. Betaine is the most potent dietary reducer of homocysteine. Homocysteine is an amino acid that builds up in your blood as you age. High homocysteine acts like a corrosive agent on the inside of your arteries, causing inflammation, triggering plaque buildup, and damaging the flexibility your blood vessels need for nitric oxide to work. Every ingredient before this has focused on producing and delivering nitric oxide. Betaine repairs the vessel walls themselves. The factory is supplied, upgraded, and fueled. Number 1 restores the structural integrity of the building it operates in. After 65, homocysteine levels significantly increase in most adults. It's a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Studies found that betaine supplementation, equivalent to 2 to 3 servings of beet greens, reduced plasma homocysteine by an average of 11% over 6 weeks. Another study combining dietary nitrates with betaine in adults over 65 showed a 47% greater improvement in endothelial function compared to nitrates alone. This is because homocysteine damages the cells where nitric oxide is produced. Betaine clears the homocysteine, leaving a clean, inflammation-free arterial surface for the beet juice nitrates to work on. You're not just supplying the system, you're restoring its ability to respond. Blend the greens from 2 to 3 fresh beets directly into your juice. If your beets don't have tops, you can find beet green powder. Add about 500 milliliters per teaspoon to your complete blend with lemon, garlic, cacao, ginger, and L-arginine. This takes under 5 minutes to prepare and addresses 6 distinct biological mechanisms simultaneously. Drink the complete preparation about 90 minutes before your most physically demanding activity of the day. This timing aligns the peak nitric oxide production with the window when your peripheral circulation benefits most from maximum support. If you're in your late 60s, 70s, or 80s and your circulation has been declining, if your legs ache, your hands are cold, your feet are numb, your walking distance has shrunk, and you've been told this is just a normal part of aging, the research doesn't support passively accepting that. Your circulation isn't permanently broken, it's nutrient depleted, enzymatically undersupported, and limited in ways that specific, targeted interventions can directly and measurably address. Every ingredient on this list has been studied in adults your age, and the effects were measured using the same tools your cardiologist uses. This is not theoretical. The people who follow this channel aren't the ones who accept just manage it as a final answer. They decide that answer isn't good enough. If that's you, subscribe now. Each week, I bring you research built specifically for your biology, your decade, your body. Tell me in the comments which ingredient surprised you the most and which combination you'll start trying tomorrow. I read every response. Your arteries are waiting for what they need. What you add to that cup tomorrow morning could be the most important decision you make for your vascular health this year. If this video helped you, please share it. Not for the numbers, but for someone you care about, a family member or close friend. And if this reached you, please help spread the word to reach more people who need to hear this. I'll see you in the next one.